So in my videos, I have often quoted that wherever thinking reaches, the AI will be able to do that. And to better understand this, uh, we need to understand how thinking works, how thought forms. Or it's the other way around. If you really understand how AI works, the today's models, then you can also get an intuitive understanding of how thinking works. But because we have been thinking since our childhood, it's good to kind of look into ourselves and our brain and see how actually thinking happens. Um, well, so it starts with senses, with eyes and ears, and with the five senses that we have got, we perceive information, and we don't have words yet. Imagine like a small kid who just the sounds of audio are landing upon his ears, and whatever he's looking at, the kid is landing upon his eyes. So first there is sense. Through senses, information is comes in, and that information becomes our experience, because in the next moment it has become the past. And when we teach a small kid that this is a dog, and this is a cat, or it's a tree, then we are associating sort of those images and those audio, and then a pattern starts building. So that sensory information becomes an experience, and that experience through the process of thinking becomes knowledge. Like we know that this is a dog, this is a tree, that is a cat. So there is senses, through senses there is experience, and through experience because there is memory, and then that experience becomes knowledge, and knowledge is saved as memory actually. So senses, experience, knowledge, and then in the current moment the knowledge comes out. So whenever we see something, or a question is asked, or in our day-to-day life, based on all this, the knowledge which is stored as memory, that acts according to the situation. So if we see, and our thinking happens, and that knowledge which is stored as a memory becomes a thought, because then we can say, we say that sun rises in the east, or that is a dog. That knowledge is also a thought. In just the thought kind of conveys a fact. So senses, experience, knowledge, and thought. So thought is just movement of memory in a way, because the words are stored in the memory as knowledge, and then whenever we want to talk something, or we just think, then that memory starts playing. And if my mother tongue is, let's say, Marathi or Hindi, I'll think in Marathi, or I'll think in English. If so we think in our mother tongue, because that memory, that knowledge is um, given a shape through the language. So the knowledge is stored as a language then. So if we really see through this, then we understand that there is nothing foundationally new in the whole field of thought. The entire psyche, the human psyche, whatever our thoughts are, however novel we think that our thoughts are, they are just permutation combination of some words. They are just permutation combination of the previous knowledge, the past. So there is nothing new as such in thinking, because the word is already created. We change the order of words, the another meaning is comes out of it, and then that also becomes a knowledge. But then that permutation of words is happened because there was a previous knowledge. So there is no inherently new which kind of took place from the emptiness through scratch. And same way we are building AI. At least today's LLMs or today's large language models that we see, we have, because they don't have inherently a sense, we have given them the sense. So we have given them words, which is knowledge. We have given it images, which is a visual sense. We gave it audio, which is an audio sense. So through all the combination, just like human senses, we have given the data to AI. And sometimes we can attach real-time camera or real-time mic, and then it can process in the real time. But we have given that information to AI. So whatever AI comes, and then the model gets trained. So we feed tons of data, then it builds a world model just like our world model. But our world model right now, the way my mind works or the way your mind works, that model is built upon our years of experience, years of life that we have spent so far, and every day it is kind of fine tuning. We are fine tuning our world model as we see new things. Sometimes we do not, because we cling to our ideas, beliefs, and so sometimes we do not revise our world model. Sometimes we do. It's a complex process. But same way, AI, we train it at once. It is not continuously learning. At least we haven't released continuously learning models yet, because they might behave in some in surprising ways which we do not want right now. So we haven't allowed AI to continuously evolve right now, but it's technically very easily doable. So yes, all right. So AI, we gave a lot of data. We spent months with GPUs and we trained that model, and then it builds a human brain like model, and then it gives us answers based on our questions. If we give it an image, it can understand image. If we ask it to create an image for us, it will create an image for us. A song it can create, audio it can create, whatever we give it can create based on our queries, at least for GPT-4 or ChatGPT or Gemini, Copilot, all those things. So one thing then it becomes very clear that that even AI is not capable of completely new thought. It cannot be inherently creative in the deepest sense of that word creative, which the creation comes from the emptiness in that sense. Whatever creativity that we see of AI is just like humans, it's an abstraction, or it's a derivation of the existing knowledge. So yes, it can give us new theories, it can give us new concepts, new ideas, but then those new ideas or new concepts are just derivation of the old. So that is the limitation of human brain, and the same limitation is with AI. Um, so as I said, through our process of thinking, we can understand how intuitively how AI works, or through understanding of AI, we get a better clarity on how our minds work. Uh, so that's it for in this video. I think it's fairly clear, but it's an interesting. I mean, we think about a lot of things, but we never think about thinking. And I think with AI, it is important that we start thinking about the whole process of thinking and how it works, because uh, because if you see prompts or prompt engineering, it is nothing but art of clear thinking. So if your overthinking is clear, not only we will be able to talk to AI very clearly and efficiently, but the clear thinking also resolves a lot of issues that we may have, because all of our issues happening in the mind, happening in the psyche, let's call it mental issues, be it any deep emotion or feeling or anything for that matter, whether it is good or bad. um, those are just the labels that we assign, but uh, through clear thinking we can really resolve a lot of unresolved thoughts or unresolved issues inside our psyche, because most of our thoughts are not really fact based. They are very subjective, based on the previous thought. So every second thought is an extension of the first thought, so the third thought is an extension of the second thought. So that way, if our first thought, foundational thought, is not clear, then the entire chain of thoughts that we do on that foundational first thought is just baseless. So we really have to kind of do reverse thinking, and then ask ourselves how this thought really came to be, and then question that thought and go to the depth of that thought, and at one point of time it will just vanish. So this is a basic necessity, in my opinion, that in our day-to-day life we think about many things, but we never think about thinking. And in a way, AI is again making us aware of our thinking process and making us look into this thing of thinking at a deeper level. So, well,